I used to bully people, and I used to bully the shit out of this guy because I don't know, I knew he wouldn't stick up for himself. I knew he was that kid. Lately, I've been, I guess, kind of obsessed with this anime called Vinland Saga. I watched it about 2 years ago, the first season, and really I was just watching it because it was a cool ass anime. But season 2 came out. I watched it back like a month ago. It was the first anime in a while to make me actually want to read the manga. So I read the manga. I guess this anime has just resonated with me so much. Not that I could, relate with Thorfinn or whatever, or the Vikings slaughtering people for fun, but now anytime I consume media, I feel like it has to be for a reason. I need to get something out of it. And I feel like in today's age, a lot of things are just kind of shit. A lot of media nowadays are just noise to be there, to be in the background, which is fine. It's fine to consume once in a while. It is fun to not have, to just turn your brain off for a second and not have to think about anything and just mindlessly consume. But now whenever I consume media, it has to have a meaning. And this show, its teachings on, I guess, manhood and kindness just really resonated with me because growing up, I wasn't the most social guy. I mean, like, I knew people, but I wasn't the type to go out and party and talk to a bunch of girls and, have a bunch of friends. I felt like I was plainly average. Going into high school, like, I always thought it would be like the movies where there's like all these different groups, like the emos, the jocks, the nerds. But I don't know. I don't really think that that's how it is. At least from my high school, it was never like that. It was kind of just, there was just people with different interests, but everyone, like, no one discriminated against each other because they were a nerd or they were a jock. But yeah, anyways, the point was I was just a plainly average guy in the background there, and I was okay with that. I didn't mind disappearing in the background and just being a ghost. But on the occasional times that I did interact with people and open up to people, I guess, I remember the one trait that people would always label me as is nice. I'm just so nice. And it wasn't like I was trying to be nice. I guess that's just how I come off. I kind of hate saying that because I don't want to, look at myself as the nice guy, the nice guy. Man, suck my dick. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I remember I did feel kind of proud for that. I did feel kind of like good that I was able to make someone else's day better, and not less shitty. So I think ultimately that's all everyone wants, is just for someone to treat them fairly. Not even nice, not even kind, just fair, because the world is unfair enough as it is. But yeah, that's why I couldn't get a girlfriend in high school, because I was just such a nice guy. Nah. I was just awkward and had no game. That's why I didn't get any girls. But I remember that was the one thing I told myself that I would never lose about myself, to just be kind. It's such a weird thing for me to get hung up on, because I don't know, I don't want to be that guy either that is just like, like all about kindness and like, he's just super cheery. His Instagram profile is like a super smiley face, like, I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like I also am. But no, that guy that I'm referring to is just hella corny. But then again, that is me. So I guess maybe that's why I don't want to be him, is because I'm rejecting that part of myself. I guess for me, I want to be more kinder. I haven't always been the kindest person, and there are a lot of times where I am not a kind person. There's no way in hell that anyone in life can just go through their life completely perfect, completely nice. Like, you're gonna be an asshole sometimes, whether intentionally or not. Maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed one day and you're just not having with anybody, and anytime anyone comes up and talks to you, you kind of want to fucking punch them in the face. But yeah, I guess reading Vinland Saga has kind of just rekindled that spark to just be genuinely good to people. I don't even care about like trying to be like super nice, super kind, and I don't want to fake it either, because I feel like that's the lowest of the low if you try to like just fake being nice. But then again, it's better to fake being nice than just, actually be an asshole. You know who I'm talking about? Those people who fake being nice, like that intern at the office who brings you extra coffee and oh, hey, I brought this for you because I knew how much you like. Shut the fuck up. You just want the promotion. But nah, again, it is better to pretend to be nice than it is to just be an asshole, which is what I don't get about why people hate on, like, I guess influencers, doing like charitable things for a video. I mean, yeah, it's a bit narcissistic and a bit douchey to be doing something just for a video to get views. But I mean, you know what? It's a lot better than actually just being an asshole. Should they have put it on camera? Should they have put it on camera that they gave that homeless man $1,000 just to look like a good guy? I mean, yeah, it's a bit douchey. You look like a bit of an asshole to the internet, but to that homeless guy, you just made his entire day. And for what it's worth, that's better than nothing. And that's more than what a lot of people are doing, sitting behind a screen, typing away at their computers. Which is why I don't understand. I'm not trying to suck Mr. Beast's dick here, but I don't understand how you can hate that guy, even if you think he doesn't do it because, you know, he's genuinely a good guy and he's just doing it for the views. Because maybe he is doing it for the views, but so what? He's helping so many people. Like, I remember he was getting flack for that blindness video where he cures blind people, which is just crazy. Yeah, sure, like, even if he did it for views, he still cured those people's blindness. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, that's something I want to practice being more, is just being kind and genuinely kind. But a lot of the times it's also me wrestling with the fact that, you know, this morning I ignored that homeless guy asking for change. Does that make me an asshole? When we literally just made eye contact and I still looked away and pretend like he wasn't there. I mean, not really. I feel like that's what we all do. But I don't know, it's just like little things like that where I kind of feel guilty for, but then it's like I'm also, at the same time, I'm also not obligated to help you. Actually, the other day I was at a Tim Hortons in the morning. I was editing a video and right next to me, you know, some guy came out of the bathroom and I don't know if he slipped on something, but he fell. And I just hear this loud smack. And then next thing you know, everybody's looking over. There's a big commotion. And I can't really see him because there's like a wall in the way. But if I just look over, then, you know, he's lying right there. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to edit this video. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, what's up with this commotion? I thought this guy slipped and he was just going to get back up, get angry at the Tim Hortons, and be on his way. But I got up and this dude's having a full-on seizure. And not only that, this guy's like bleeding from his mouth. I'm like, what? Oh my god. Yeah, I was kind of traumatized there. You know, while everyone else was like calling the ambulance and going up to him, they weren't crowding him, but there was a few people there helping him. I just left because I didn't want to deal with that. But after I left, I felt kind of guilty. Could I have done more? Could I have done something in this situation to help this man? I don't think I could have. But at the same time, what if I could have and I'm just being a bitch? But no, I know I'm not the most nicest person out there. I've said things that have pissed people off. I've done things to people that have been completely unasked for. I've been a genuine asshole. I'll admit it. I used to bully people back in the 3rd grade. I remember there was this kid named Brandon. He lived in a neighborhood near me, and we used to walk the same way to and from school. And I used to bully the shit out of this guy because, I don't know, I knew he wouldn't stick up for himself. I knew he was that kid. I was an asshole to him. Used to call him gay and stuff. Brandon, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't know, it's shit like that I always look back to where I realize, you know, I'm not a saint. I could have done so much good in the past. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's why it's called the past. I guess all I can do now is just look forward and try to be more kind tomorrow. And that has always been something that's been on my mind, is whether or not I'm a good person. And I mean genuinely a good person, not just trying to fake it for the camera. The one thing I don't want to do is put on a fake front, and not just for the world, but mainly for myself. I wonder if I've ever made someone really, really pissed to really, really hate me. But I also wonder if just once I was able to make someone's day, you know, a lot better. Or is that a bit of a selfish thing to think, to want? You know, but this is kind of just trailing off what I just said again, but I guess it seems kind of like childish and kind of stupid for me to look up to fictional characters. But yeah, I guess I look up to Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. One character that I've always looked up to, even growing up, was Spider-Man. Wow, I never thought I'd share this online. But yeah, I always respected how he always stuck by Mr. Ben saying, with great power comes great responsibility. I think I've taken that too literal and too into my heart, I guess. Man, that is bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. Am I gonna regret this in the morning? I sound like exactly like the guy I was just hating on. But yeah, I feel like when you have the power to do good, why not do good? Why not just do good for the sake of goodness? I always respected how Spider-Man just helped everyone, even though everyone else was a dickhead to him, and how no matter what, he always stuck by his code. But I guess if there's one thing that I want you to take from this, is to just be kind always, no matter what, and to not let the shittiness of the world get to you. Skip your villain arc. Whatever it is that hurt you and you think you need to go through this arc where you have to be this asshole, you use the pain to push you forward. I mean, yeah, in a way that's true, but that doesn't mean you can't do that without being kind. Skip your villain arc. You don't need to go through this phase where you're just an asshole because your ex, cheated on you. Because I feel like that's the easy route. The easy route is just to take it out on the world. I feel like that's what everyone would do, the average person. But I feel like if you're a lot stronger if you're able to overcome that feeling and instead repay everyone with kindness, and instead not even let that phase you, and still remain a good person, even though it's hard. I know it's hard when that guy comes up to you and calls you a dummy, and you want to call him a dummy back, but that's where kindness matters the most. And it's also part of the stoicism philosophy that I've been trying to follow. But I feel like maybe the only way to cure hate is to continue being kind. I mean, obviously you want to stand your ground and know when to stick up for yourself, but once you do that, why not show some kindness afterwards? Oftentimes when people are, mean, ugly, and disgusting, it's deep down they just need some love. I know this because whenever I feel angry and I want to take it out on the world, I know that deep down all I really want is for someone to just understand me. So maybe we should just do that more. Try to understand where people are coming from and less judgmental of everyone, because we all got our own issues. We already got life to deal with. The least we could do is just be nice to each other. You ever hear about that story about how the black guy, this black guy became friends? Sorry, I shouldn't say black guy. Is that offensive? Am I gonna offend someone? We're good. But this black man befriended the KKK member, or the leader, I think, through just understanding him and being kind, treating him like a person, and in return, he was treated like a person as well, even though they were enemies. Same with how there was that one viral video way back where the black guy. Sorry, I don't mean to offend any black people out there. Come on, I'm Asian. I can at least say black guy, right? There was that protest and there's that racist guy in the crowd, and the black man he gave him a hug instead. And I feel like, why don't we just do that more? Not hug each other, because if you ever see me, please don't come and hug me. Bro, mind your own space. But I mean to just be kind to each other, to just not be an asshole, because that's all it comes down to. I don't know if it's ironic for me to say that because, I'll say all this right now, but tomorrow maybe I get off the wrong foot with someone and, I'm an asshole to them for some reason. Because a lot of the times you're not thinking about everything you're doing all the time. Sometimes you're just reacting. And what if I react in the wrong way and the other person takes it the wrong way? But see, again, I think that's the point I'm trying to get at as well, is that we shouldn't take everything so seriously. We should just start being more kind to each other. But yeah, I think that's all I got for now. There's probably a lot more that I want to say on this, but I just can't think of it right now. This video is mad corny, huh? Bro, someone's gonna clip this, and when I get canceled in the future, they're gonna play this video and be like, he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. Suck my dick.